Hey, hey, ta-da! Welcome to the next episode of More Geek Than Gay. Woo-hoo! I'm Edward, and we got Joseph back this week. Joseph is very tired. More on that in a moment. Let's just get straight to the music.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Tiny white stuff.
So, as I said, Joseph is very tired. He's had a very busy couple weeks. So, yeah, it's basically just a lot of us talking. That's what you're getting this week. If you stick around, at the end you do get a little bonus. I found a little clip of something that I recorded from the con. It is a panel, a part of a panel that happened actually at one of the hotels nearby, because we had so many panels that one of the hotels actually had to take some of them in and use their ballroom to handle this one. This one was regarding writing humor in sci-fi fantasy genre stuff. I know Butcher's in it. I know Gini Koch is in it. I believe one of the other authors' name is Chu, who's in it. Unfortunately, if you're listening, you probably won't notice a thing. Except for, like I said, it's just a snippet out of the blue. So it's just a little bonus snippet. If you're watching, you may go, hey, I can't tell who's who. The lighting, for some reason, looked great live, but recording, lens flare. That's all. You just see little bits of lens flare everywhere. You can tell Gini Koch because she's the lens flare that has what looks like a lens flare hat on. That's how you can identify her. But other than that, let's just get straight into it. Okay? Yeah. Oh, actually the fan.
Oh, that's right. Lurky boy. Aww. Hi, Lurky boy.
Da-da.
Yay, the fan's off. Okay.
Oh, the Lurky boy. Those who are listening to the audio podcast have absolutely no idea what all that was.
Well, hopefully you will edit this out.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, whatever. Welcome to More Geek Than Gay.
Hi.
I'm Joseph.
He's Joseph.
I'm back.
He's back.
And
I told you.
And that's Lurky right there.
And I'm Edward. And yes, Lurky is with us today.
And Lurky's full of love right now.
Lurky's my baby boy. Oh my gosh. He has decided that this is his luxurious mansion.
Yes, he no longer has an apartment.
He has moved to the mansion. He's moved into the big house.
Well, no, you can't call it the big house. That needs something else.
Oh, yeah. Hi. So, you have been away for a while.
Yes, because,
Stop.
I've been busy.
You have. You have been basically inseparable from Ginny.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part.
Let's see. On Wednesday, June 4th, at 3 o'clock, I was with her. Then from 3 to 8, I think, or 7, or 9. No, not 7. Till 9, I think. Then Thursday, June 5th, from 3 to 11. Then Friday, from 9 in the morning till 10 at night. Then Saturday, 9 in the morning until 5:30 p.m. And then Sunday, 9 in the morning until, 8?
Yeah. And then you came home, and
And
then
then
you
I
went
came-
back over.
And then I came home, and it took me 2.5 days, well, yeah, basically 2.5 days to recover from Phoenix ComiCon. And then, so Wednesday afternoon, I felt back to normal, roughly. And then on Thursday afternoon, I went to Gini's place and was there from 1 p.m. until 12 p.m. Monday, June 15th, 16th, June 5th, 16th.
June 15th, 16th?
June 16th.
Aha.
And that was it. And I didn't hear from her all day yesterday, but then I heard from her tonight.
Okay. And so what have you been doing all this time?
Working.
Working. You have, normally you have stories galore.
I do.
So, story us.
All right, let's
People
go.
have not seen you in a while. I think they think that I maybe killed you or something.
You might as well. You basically hid me in a corner.
I did not hide him in a corner.
You hid me in the corner.
He is not baby.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm not treated like a baby.
More like a princess.
I'm not a princess.
Princess Jojo.
Nope. So, let's see. Let's go with the magazine. Magazine is going pretty good. The magazine is now sponsoring Phoenix Mercury, which is with the WNBA, and then also the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is with the Major League Baseball. So now we get tickets to go to this stuff. So my first game with the WNBA is going to be this upcoming Friday, June 20th.
Who are they playing against?
They are playing Tulsa. Something. I have no idea what Tulsa's thing is. What there is. I could look at the tickets if you want. They're right here.
Does Tulsa have a regular NBA team?
Well, they have the Oklahoma. They have the Thunder, I think they're called.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have they had that?
Or the Lightning or something like that. About a decade now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't follow basketball, so.
Well, yeah, but still, you'd think I've heard of, most of the teams. I wouldn't be taking
That's Kristen Chenoweth's favorite basketball team. Because, she's from Oklahoma.
See, they're probably Lightning, and the WNBA is probably Thunder.
Let me go get it.
Because the WNBA, pretty much always has, a related title to or name, Sun, Mercury. It's the next closest thing to the Sun.
Oh, no, they're completely off of your theory.
Oh, wow, what are they?
They are Tulsa Shock.
Well, Lightning, you get a shock from Lightning. I bet you that it's the Oklahoma Lightning. I cannot think of a team I've ever heard of that does not have where the WNBA title does not somehow relate to the NBA.
No. This is in the 12th row. I'm going to be right, hey, we're sponsored, the magazine's sponsor, so
yeah.
we're going to be, of course we're going to be on the front. So I got free tickets.
All right, free tickets.
See?
Yay, sports ball.
And then, we'll have free tickets for the Diamondbacks.
More sports ball.
And I told them that I will take any free tickets that they want to give me when the Padres are in town, because the Padres are my team.
Sports ball.
Let's see, what else is going
They're
on?
very sad about the Padres.
Oh, I know. On Monday, after a long illness, Mr. Padre Tony Gwynn passed away. And he was a very good baseball player. He was one of the few baseball players that, in his 20-year career, stayed with one team.
No.
He was only a Padre.
Doesn't his brother play also?
No, his son.
It's his son.
Tony
Okay.
Gwynn Jr.
That's who it is. Okay.
I want to say he plays with the Phillies.
So baseball is one I did used to follow. I just haven't followed it in so long that
But-
I'm real fuzzy on things.
Living in San Diego, of course, Tony Gwynn. So it was very sad, very, very sad. Tonight, which is what's today? June 18th, at the Padre game at Petco Park, a home game, they did a tribute to him.
Oh.
So I haven't seen that on the interwebs yet, so I'm sure I'll see it, and I'm sure I'll get teary-eyed, because it is Tony Gwynn. Scott and I were at his final game as a Padre.
Oh.
They did a big tribute. It was really cool.
Now, did he become a coach?
He became, after he retired from Major League Baseball, he started coaching San Diego State.
Okay, that's quite common.
Yeah, he started, and that's what he did. He did that till the very end.
Huh.
Mind you, the past couple months, when he really started getting sick, because he had cancer, when he really started getting sick, basically he was just there when he could be there, just in name only. The assistant coaches were actually coaching the team. But, nobody wanted to fire Tony Gwynn because, hey, he's a legend in San Diego. Well, he's a legend, period.
Well, yeah, he's Tony Gwynn.
Yeah. But it was neat. Going back to his final game, they did the big tribute to him, of course. And what was so cool is that they brought out the original team when he started 20 years prior. The original Padres.
Wow.
And they all came into their spots. The pitcher went to the pitcher's mound, blah, blah, blah. Now, Tony Gwynn was a outfielder. I think he was right field. I don't know for sure. But Tony Gwynn couldn't come out, with the regular team. So they had his son come out and take his place. And so it was really cool. We got teary-eyed and everyone cheered and stuff. I got a commemorative thing for being there.
Like a Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, it was. You got special tickets, and you got a stamp, and then and they give you a plexiglass holder for it, and it's somewhere in a box somewhere.
Well, yeah, we have boxes.
I know.
yeah.
And I saw it recently.
Oh, well, there you go.
I did see it recently.
Oh, maybe it's in one of those boxes.
I think it's in the one in the closet.
Okay.
In our closet.
Because I just pointed just different random looking directions.
Yeah.
That mean something to us. But
there's
it
boxes
just looks
everywhere.
like, no.
We've been here since September, and there's still boxes.
How many directions can he point in before he runs out of directions for boxes?
So it was sad. Sad day in baseball. What else? Oh, speaking of sad day. Personal wise, Reverend Brad Wilson, here in Phoenix, passed away.
Oh.
Unexpectedly. On Saturday, I think it was. Yes, it was Saturday. I've known Reverend Brad about 4 or 5 years, I think. But I really got close to him 2 years ago when I did the Equality Walk.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we did a training with him so that way we get well-versed in different biblical sayings, when people...
When people throw them out at you as an argument against,
yes,
you can...
go back, like the story of Rachel.
Okay. It's Old Testament, doesn't count anyway.
Yeah. So it was shocking. It's very sad. I'll be at that service as long as I'm in town. My thoughts and prayer with his husband, Andrew, who's going through, of course, hard time. We don't know what he passed away of. Of course, interwebs are all abuzz about, rumors, but I'm not going to say any of the rumors just because nobody knows.
Rumors.
They're rumors.
Well, they're rumors.
Exactly, but, hey, it was one of those when I saw the posting on social media and I just was hoping it was not true.
Yeah.
But, then it started being confirmed by other things, other places. But, when Metropolitan Community Church and Phoenix Pride stated that, and, basically that's true. And I saw him, last time I saw him was at Rodeo, so back in February.
Oh.
So, I didn't see him at Pride because I was busy. And he's not much of a drinker, so So why would he be going to a beer truck?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, during Comic-Con, I left, like I stated, I was with Gini until 5:30 on that Saturday, because I had to leave. My friend Malon and I had to take off from Comic-Con and go in. We left at 5:30, and we had to be up at up in Scottsdale, downtown Scottsdale, which is actually north of downtown Scottsdale, to the Phoenix Pride had their annual gala. And this is when those of us who worked at Pride Festival and volunteered, you get your checks, your grants from them. And so it was nice. I got, like I said, we left there at 5:30, getting out of downtown as well as driving up to Scottsdale. We got there at 10 minutes till 7. Yeah, it's not a quick drive.
No.
And so we got there. I basically had time to get a cocktail and sit my butt down because, it was starting at 7.
What day was that? That was Saturday.
That was Saturday night, yeah.
That's when I was just basically sitting around waiting to watch people play video games, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we got I went on stage and picked up the check for Joshua Tree because we got our check because we did the 2 days of the beer booth. So we got our check. So thank you, Phoenix Gay and Lesbian Pride, for the money for Pride and stuff. So thank you. I won't say the amount.
Okay. That would be tacky.
It would be very tacky to say the amount. Because if I say that amount, I have to say the other amount, and that's really tacky. Because...
Because?
What's going on? Because last night, GLAD, the Gay and Lesbian Association of Darts, who I'm the treasurer of, we had our 25th anniversary gala, and Joshua Tree was one of the beneficiaries of that. Now, I could not accept the check because you can't, it doesn't look right, the fact that I'm the treasurer of the group and then I'm accepting the check as the chairman of another group.
Right.
So, of the board of 6 people, 4 of them showed up.
That's not bad.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised that they came. We had it at the Elks Lodge in North Phoenix, which is the first Elks Lodge in the country to have an open LGBT member become a member in the country. First one ever. Throughout the country. So they're very open. They're very open. They're very comfortable. Place was gorgeous. It was really nice. Our state representative, our state legislature, Leila Austin was there, and our state senator, Katie Hobbs, were there. They both represented District 24, which is basically, as Leila Austin stated on her little speech, which was really cute, was the fact that they realized that when they looked at our sponsor bars, because we had 14 sponsor bars for this season, that they stated that when they looked at that majority of those bars are in their district. So they can honestly say that they have the best and gayest district in Phoenix, in Arizona. So it was really good to see. They stayed for the whole thing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, they did. But Joshua Tree was one of the charities. Chuck Wagon Food Pantry, I think that is, or it's for animals.
Yes.
And 1 in 10, which is a organization for the LGBT youth. So they were there.
The youths.
It was very successful, very fun. Really, it was a good time. Food was good.
Was there cake?
3 cakes.
There's 3 cakes.
3 cakes from Costco, all gone.
Oh,
they went like that.
And was there cookies?
No cookies.
Oh.
Well, why should you have cookies when there were cake?
There was cookies and cake last time.
Well, that was because it was at a bar, and they only had 1 cake, so you had cookies and or cake. It was not cookies and cake; it was cookies or cake.
I don't know. All I know is that there was cake and there was cookies, and there was no one there to give me any, and I could see it. I could see it in the distance.
It was at a bar. This one was better. Food was better. Cake was better. Drinks were better.
Okay.
The whole night was better.
The whole night was better.
Yeah.
How did your team do?
We got a trophy.
Doesn't everybody get a trophy?
No.
Oh, okay.
We came in second place.
All right.
There's our trophy.
Drink out of it.
Not right now. I'll hold it right here. How about that?
Okay.
Exactly. It's a cup as everyone's. It's actually kind of heavy. People last night when they were getting this, there was a couple people I noticed that they put their drinks in this and started drinking out of it, which isn't a bad idea. You know, you are able to drink out of it, but I would have washed it before I drank out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just looking to see if it would leak.
Yeah.
Oh, the little thing there.
Yeah, I know, but it shouldn't. But it didn't leak on them, so who knows?
Oh, yeah, hey.
So we came in second place.
And they spelled your name right.
They better.
Hey, what you gonna do?
So that went on with the Dart League. Unfortunately, I have no time off with the board of the Dart League because, hey, guess what? The next season starts on, July 2nd.
Wow.
And usually I have time to...
Yeah, what happened? Why is there no time?
Because we had to move it up. Because even starting on July 2nd, that would make our banquet the first week of December.
Wow.
And you don't want it any later than December because then you run into holidays and work things. And
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the reason why it got bumped up 2 weeks than normal.
Wow.
So my usual 3 weeks off is null and void. So that's that. Joshua Tree was pretty good. They got 2 checks, one from Pride, one from the Dart League. Not telling the amounts because that's rude. Then we also got money from Men of Charlie's because they raised money for us in June. No, May.
May.
And so they're doing. Also, Joshua Tree, they're up for. Right now, it's nominations for board members. And so I'm up for re-election with that. We'll have to see how that goes. That we'll find out on July 2nd.
July 2nd.
Because that's the Wednesday.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a Wednesday. So that's when the board meeting is, July 2nd. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll see how it goes. See if they want me back.
Okay.
As chairman. Let's see. That's Starling. I talked about Genie.
Talked about the magazine.
Talked about the magazine.
You haven't really talked about Genie.
I said
we
I
just
was
talked
with her.
about that. Yeah, that's all you said. You were with her for like a week and a half.
Well, she taught me. She taught me
so
how.
There's a lot more to talk about than I was just with her.
She taught me how to make egg cream.
Okay.
And
well, why were you with her?
And then she taught me how to make a chili relleno casserole.
Okay.
And both of them were really good. I was tempted to make egg creams tonight, but didn't do it.
Well, what is it that you did with her when it was con?
Worked for free.
You helped her at her booth.
Yes, I worked for free.
You sold her books.
And then the reason why I was with her last weekend is because she's got deadline with her next book with Daw, number 10 of the Alien series. And her husband was going out of town. He was going to L.A. to be with his parents as well as their daughter because for Father's Day.
Yeah.
And she basically had told us that, well, she asked me and I told her she had to double check with you. I didn't see a problem, but she basically stated that the reason why I was there is because she's on deadline. And when she's on deadline, she's basically in her office and working and typing and making sure that this novel is done on time. And she forgets to feed the dog. She forgets to eat something herself. But considering the fact that I think it was Saturday and Sunday night, she stayed up until 4 in the morning.
Right.
Writing the book.
Isn't she up till 4 in the morning anyway?
No, she's only up until about 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 1 if she's tired from whatever happened during the day.
Yeah.
She's a night owl, so.
Yeah, I thought that she stayed up till like about 3 or 4 anyway, normally.
No, not really that late.
No, that's just Marcy.
Marcy has basically insomnia and stays up all the time.
Yeah.
She does. If you follow Marcy on Facebook or Twitter, she does her insomnia theater roughly about 11 p.m. where she states out what movie she's going to watch for the night because that's what she does.
I wonder if she actually watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space last night.
I don't know. Should find out.
I should find that out. Because she was being amazed that there's going to be a Netflix or an Amazon series of Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, sorry, Lurky.
You stepped on a cat?
I stepped on Lurky.
Oh, well. What you going to do?
Yeah. And then, when staying with Genie, I had to be very particular on what I could watch.
Particular.
Because of the fact that she didn't want me to watch TV of something that she would be interested in. Because if
distraction.
Exactly. And she would get up and, stop writing and watch whatever I was watching. Which was fine by me because she doesn't care for soccer and I like soccer, so I've been watching the World Cup since Friday or Saturday.
Something like that, yeah.
Even here I've been putting it on. So I've been watching World Cup and getting...
Football!
Yes.
Go!
I did get a kick out of the fact of that when Mexico was playing...
Brazil,
no. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Mexico and Brazil.
It was Mexico versus Brazil. And the commentators were speaking Spanglish.
You could tell that English was not their first language.
Yeah, and we were watching ESPN. We weren't watching Telemundo.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, can you get stereotypical now?
Well, hey. They knew how to say all the names.
True, but still. I saw Italy beat England. No,
Crikey.
I saw Costa Rica beat Uruguay. USA beat Guyana.
In your face, Guyana.
I'm trying to think of some of the other ones I saw. Brazil and Mexico.
Brazil and Mexico.
I saw.
Who won that one?
I can't
Was
remember.
it Brazil?
Yeah, it was Brazil. Oh, I saw Chile and. Oh God, who did Chile play?
That was just today, wasn't it?
That was today.
Wasn't it Brazil?
No.
Because I thought Chile knocked out like someone who was supposed to be like.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I thought it was.
I saw the beginning of the game. I didn't see the whole thing. I have to look.
Admittedly, I haven't been following, but I for some reason I got the impression
there is
Chile won, I think, and I thought that they knocked out someone who they weren't supposed to knock out, basically.
I do know somebody got knocked out today, and it was a big name too.
Yeah, and I that's why I'm thinking it's Chile that knocked them out. But I could be wrong. I could very easily be wrong.
I have to look that up.
It was something that came up while I was at work, so
yeah,
everything was fuzzy.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting it all straight.
I want to say it actually was. I want to think it was Spain that got knocked off.
Oh, it might have been Spain.
That's somehow ringing a bell to me.
That is. Once you said Spain, because everyone was all, oh, Spain, oh, Spain, oh, Spain. And we love you, Spain, if you're listening.
I think so. I don't know for sure. We'll have to see.
Viva Spain.
So I've been watching the Cup. Even though I'm clueless on who's won and stuff like that, I have been watching it. That was basically it. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Wow. Okay. That's all you done for a week?
Basically, yes.
Wow. That was still a lot.
Yeah, I know. Look, we're at almost a half hour. I
know.
That's a lot of talking.
Yeah, it has been. But, so now you watched the Tonys.
Yes, I watched the Tonys today. I wasn't a good gay. It took me a week and a half to watch the Tonys. I watched it this afternoon. I've been busy. I'm just gone.
He's been busy. He's been gone. He's not been allowed to distract someone.
Well, I couldn't watch it anyways because the DVR's here and not over there.
Well, you could have watched it there.
No, I couldn't because the Tonys came on the Sunday of Con.
Oh, it's the Sunday of Con. Oh, sorry. I was thinking it was this last Sunday?
No. And I don't know if Gini would have stopped working to...
She would have.
Well, I watched.
Come on, you ain't never had a friend like me. And she'd be like, well, what's going on? And
Actually,
suddenly
no,
she'd
she
be
would
upset.
watch it because she loves Wolverine. So just because Hugh Jackman was the host. So I watched the Tonys.
The bouncing Wolverine.
Yeah.
So what were some highlights from the Tonys for you?
Aladdin, Beautiful, the Carole King musical, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, A Gentleman's Guide to Murder, I believe that's what it's called.
Gentleman's Guide to Murder. Mm-hmm.
What other one was good? The revival of Cabaret. I don't think that's ever been done before.
A revival of a revival?
Yeah.
Being nominated?
No, to be back on. See, Cabaret, as everybody knows, Cabaret came out in the late 60s.
Uh-huh.
Very successful, very huge hit. They made a movie of it.
Yes.
As we all know.
Unwatchable.
I like that movie. It's not my fault that you don't have no taste. Then...
Wait a minute, you even said the show is so much better.
Hey, you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
Then, 10 years ago, there was a new version of Cabaret. Same stuff, same things, but it was done differently, different choreography, different sets, different feel. It was more dirty, it was grittier, it was basically very nasty, it was very much in your face. This was a huge success, the revival that happened 10 years ago.
Okay.
Now, this is the revival of that version.
Okay.
So it's a revival of it's a revival of the revival. They didn't go back from the 60s version. They went back from the 2000s version. They revived that version with Alan Cumming. That version is better than the movie.
Okay.
That's why I said
But the movie is better than the original?
yes.
So the original's really unwatchable.
The original is okay.
Oh. Okay.
The original is very 60s where it's very safe.
Okay.
This one, and I made you watch because they did at the Tonys, they did Welcome, and hey, look at what Alan Cumming was. You saw, Alan Cumming with a girl, and you saw him with a guy.
That's true.
You saw two girls together. You saw two guys together. Saw a girl and a guy and a girl, and a girl and a girl and a guy, and then the girl and the guy and a guy and a girl, and then you saw three guys, and then you saw two. Yeah, that's just during Welcome.
Welcome and bienvenido, welcome.
So it's really cool because this version, I hope they go on tour with this version again because I would force you to watch it, go see it because the way they did it is the narrator or the MC of the show is always on stage. And you don't realize it's him until he says something. He's just there. And he's not, for instance, at the end of the show when the guy is leaving and he's in the train station, the MC comes up and he's dressed in his Nazi uniform and says, "Show me your papers." And you don't realize it's him until the guy is talking about the Kit Kat Club. And when he's talking about the Kit Kat Club, the MC takes off the jacket and the hat and he starts singing Welcome.
Huh.
And you're like, oh, that was him the whole time. You don't realize that. But there's also other times that, it's like, oh, he's holding the lamp. Yes.
Okay.
You'll understand if you ever see it.
Now, speaking really quick of narrators or host or whatever you want to call it, have you heard the whole thing with...
I saw you post it. I didn't read it.
Okay.
I will check it out on Playbill tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I trust Playbill. I don't trust who you...
Well, okay, hold on. Other than the part about the narrator part is something that no one knows for sure, but there is no narrator listed in as a credit. There's no actor list. The actor who's playing the father is not listed as the narrator. By the way, we're talking about Into the Woods, the Disney version of Into the Woods.
Is it Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's Disney. But the rest of the information comes directly from Sondheim himself in an interview in the New Yorker, where basically this was just a moment in the woods. That
Just
song,
a moment.
Just a moment. Thank you. That song is not going to exist in the movie because the prince is not going to have a fling with the baker's wife. And Rapunzel is going to live. She's not going to die like she does in the show. So, and that's actually kind of big changes there. Because it's basically a significant part of Act 2. So that's kind of a weird little thing. The narrator thing, that was just a nice style thing, and I don't... That one, if he disappears, I'm like, well, I could see why maybe they would do that. But at the same time, so many... they kept the narrator for Evita. So I don't know why they would get rid of the narrator for Into the Woods. And that one is, from what I read... That's just because they're not seeing that listed anywhere. But the other two parts, that's actually from Sondheim himself.
Like I said, I'll wait till I read it on Playbill.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't trust that. Whatever you
don't trust Sondheim?
Nope. Don't trust that man.
What did he ever do to not earn your trust?
Because he's done this before where he says something happened or something's changed and something, and turns out he's just getting people to go a little bat crazy, and it's a marketing ploy. He did this for Passion.
Oh, what did he do for Passion?
He had stated the fact that it's a love story it's a triangle love story, and you don't know who's going to end up with who.
I thought that was what Passion was.
It is, but the way he stated is like, is it going to be the two women? Or is it going to be the guy and the woman, or the guy and the other woman?
Oh. Are the two women part of the equation?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it created a buzz about it.
Okay.
And so that's what he's doing. Because, for instance, and then I think the reason why he's doing this is because of the fact that they're expecting the Jersey Boys movie by Clint Eastwood, directed by Clint Eastwood, to bomb.
I'm surprised that they're expecting that to bomb.
They're expecting it to bomb.
Especially
even though it's a hit in Las Vegas and on Broadway and the West End, they're expecting the movie version not to do as well.
And it's a Clint Eastwood movie, and Clint Eastwood movies have been successful.
Some of them have, yes.
Has he had a failure recently?
I think so. I don't know. I don't watch Clint Eastwood movies. Give me. Sorry.
Oh. Well, it is late.
It is very late.
But, so you're thinking that that's the reason why he's trying to get buzz, because of the...
That's what I believe.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to lose the battery?
I was looking at that myself, and I'm like going, it shouldn't be low on battery, but it looks like that's what it's saying.
Well, as soon as it turns red, we'll find out.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, I got new glasses.
He got new glasses.
I forgot about that. I was also to say I got these new glasses. My friend Larry Kane helped when he was in town from Denver. I made him come with me and help me pick out glasses over at Costco, because Edward wouldn't be able to do it. So
I could help you pick out glasses. I'm not sure I could spend an hour helping you pick out glasses.
It took us an hour to pick these
out. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm like going, oh my lord. I don't even think they have an hour's worth of glasses there.
Yeah, they do.
When you stop looking at the children's and you stop looking at ones that are pink,
no,
then there's only like maybe 7 glasses left.
No. They had 3 displays of men's glasses. And then we whittled it down to what looked good on, the shape of my head.
Yeah.
And then we got it down from those. I think that was like about a dozen of them. That it looked good. And then we went down to 4. And then down to 2. And then it was between this one and another set. Which were actually more of a round. And I actually went for the other ones. Not these.
Wow.
This was the second choice.
But Larry liked those better?
No. The woman at the optometry, or the glass plate, the thing, basically said that the other ones wouldn't work for me.
Oh. Why?
Because these are progressive.
Oh, because of the type of...
And the way, because it was too round, it was going to be too... It wouldn't be able to... They wouldn't be able to do progressive in those. Because it was shorter, and there was not going to be enough room to do the bifocal on me.
Okay.
These are bifocals. You can't see the line because they're progressive, but yeah. And so, I had Edward coming with me to Costco when it was time for me to pick him up, so that way he could drive because I didn't wear my contacts.
Because you just gotta put on glasses.
Exactly. And took me a while to get. Took me about a day and a half to get used to them.
Yeah.
The whole progressive thing. It's weird.
And now I don't think I've seen you put your contacts back on.
I wore my contacts yesterday.
You did?
And I wore them, I think, last Saturday, too.
Okay, because you gotta keep your eyeballs all contactified.
I wear them about every 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I wore contacts yesterday, because when I took a picture of myself, when I did a selfie, when I was all dressed up to go to the banquet, people like my mom complained the fact that it was like, where's your glasses?
Oh, you had your contacts on then?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then my dad and my friend Jeff and oh god, there's one other person. There's 3 people who really don't like the chin hair.
Okay.
Really don't like the chin hair. My dad calls it a dead cat on my chin. Oh, and Scott doesn't like it. That's the 3rd person.
Okay.
Scott says I have to shave it off when I come visit him in July.
Is he gonna pay for you to do that?
Why?
I don't know.
Why would he pay for me to do that?
Well, then why would he have any say if you shaving it off?
Because then I wouldn't have a place to stay.
Oh. So he is kind of paying for it.
Oh.
It's a trade-off in place to stay.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's more of a bartering type paying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
Jeannie likes it. My mom says it looks like you. I look like you now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I look like you. Lord help me if I ever do. Because I wouldn't look good as a blonde.
I'm not blonde right now.
I have no idea what color you are. The joys of a midlife crisis hair color.
I have done this for longer than I've known you.
Including the blue?
I didn't do blue, I did red.
Mm-hmm. And you did orange.
Yeah, that was supposed to be red. That was sad.
Because, you did orange and everyone thought you were supporting the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, and that's when I got my picture taken with Stan Lee, too.
Yeah, which you never got.
Oh, I got the picture. I don't have the JPEG of it. I never got the JPEG. But, so anything else going on?
Going to the Mercury Green this Friday. Taking my Aunt Pauline to brunch for her birthday. My Aunt Pauline turned 60-something.
60-something.
Mid-60s. She's part of the group of 17 in my family.
Okay.
There are, like 6 or 7 people in my family that I was born on the 17th of a month. For instance, it starts off with my stepfather. His birthday's March 17th. Then my Uncle Ernie's April 17th. I'm May 17th.
That's when your birthday is.
My mom, my Aunt Pauline is June 17th. My godmother is October 17th. I believe Dominic is September 17th. So, yeah, in my family, the 17th of the month is a big day.
Yeah.
So, we call ourselves the group of the 17.
And then there's also that get-together.
Yes, and then Saturday night is Craig and Stephanie's.
No.
Gini says you should come to that.
She kind of heavily implied that online today too, in a very passive way. But it was a heavily implied passive.
Did she tell you why?
No.
She told me that this evening when I was talking to her, the reason why you should go, if you want to be a mod.
Oh, okay, then yes. That was the passive thing.
Yeah, if you
I
want to
didn't
be a
know if there was
mod,
any
you
more.
have to go to this. Because the powers that be are going to be there.
Okay.
But, if you don't want to be a mod, there's always July
I'm just
to
saying.
go.
Okay.
So, but I'm going. Steve is going to drive us there, and Jeannie will drive us back because this is where we get drunk.
Sounds like a very busy weekend.
Yeah, because then I have a meeting on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very busy weekend.
Hi, Junior.
Hey, look, it's Junior.
You going to show the world your stomach again? Okay, Junior, come here.
Extreme kitty close-up.
Oh, come on, honey. See, she's almost back. Her hair's almost back.
Yay. So, anything else going on?
Trying to think. Just getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con, which is coming up next month. Junior. Okay, thank you, honey.
Cats love podcasting.
That's it.
Oh,
Just
okay.
getting ready. Nothing else.
Okay. Well, I don't got anything really right now either.
I mean,
So-
we haven't really watched television.
Not so much. No.
There's really nothing to watch.
Not so much. We're kind of in a dry spell right now. Yeah. So, I say
Short episode.
short episode. Thank you all for listening to us and supporting us and telling all your friends. And we look forward to hearing from your comments.
Yeah, do we have any comments?
We didn't have any comments. Not really.
okay.
Not that I don't remember seeing any. No.
Oh, real quick. One more
What?
thing. It was good to see Heather.
Hi, Heather.
It
I
was
missed
good
you.
to see Red,
Yeah.
who was not Red.
Oh, and by the way, I hope your cat is getting better, Red.
Too bad I never saw you after Friday, because I was hoping to see the Snow White thing.
Have you seen the pictures of the Snow White thing?
No, I didn't see this picture of the Snow White thing.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
There's a picture of her holding a child, a little girl wearing Snow White, and I think the little child's dress is bigger than hers. Yeah. So, but who else did you see?
Trying to think of who else. Well, I saw a bunch of people, but it's like, ones who actually make comments on the podcast. I finally got to meet Jamie.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't really talk to her, but I got to meet her.
Yeah. We never got to see our furries again.
You never got to see him. I didn't really.
What? They were fun.
Yeah, I don't care.
Feeding the homeless. That was funny. Got a prize for that.
Trying to think. Saw Renee, got to see Mike, got to see Shannon, Ray.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
know.
yeah, we saw Ray. It was one of those rare Ray appearances.
But it was funny because Phoenix ComiCon had 77,819 people.
Yes.
And so I'm looking on social media and everyone's taking pictures of, oh, is that Phoenix ComiCon? Look at this picture, look at this. And I'm like, I didn't see you at all. And it was weird because, and I talked to you about this, is the fact that, here I am, I'm stationary, I'm in the author's aisle, didn't see most of the people who stated that they were there.
Yeah, you'd think you'd see them walking by.
You would think so. Got to see Wes. I got to see Brahman. Wes was dressed up as Corto, whatever, the one from what was the one that God, I just drew a blank. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mars movie. I can't.
Total Recall.
The mutant that has the
Extra
thing?
breast.
No.
Oh.
The guy in the stomach.
Oh, okay. Because there was a mutant with an extra breast, too.
Of course you would think of that.
What?
So that's who he was. That's his cosplay.
Oh, I thought you said a she.
I said
Was
Wes.
dressed like her.
I said Wes.
Okay.
As always, he doesn't pay attention to me. And Brahman, she dressed up as Miss Me.
I don't know what Miss Me is.
Well, technically there is no Miss Smee, but basically it was a female version of Smee from Peter Pan.
Oh, Miss Smee.
Yeah.
I thought you said Miss Me.
No, Miss Smee.
Oh, okay.
And so I got to see her, got to see him. And then, of course, Duncan and Andrea and Craig and Stephanie and Linda, who I always love when she dresses up as Guinan.
Mm-hmm.
She looks great as Guinan. And then Janet. And then, who else did I see? That's basically, Brad was there. That's all I could think of.
No, okay. But
I didn't really want to talk much about Phoenix Pride. You already did all that stuff, so.
When you went and got your notebook, did you talk to them?
Yes, and they didn't tell me anything about that.
Okay, because
so I don't know where you heard.
Curious.
Where did you hear that?
I heard it from someone else who went and bought something from them.
I know that the weekend after that they were going to Denver, but no, they didn't tell me that.
Okay. See, because I figured if anyone would have been told that, it would be you.
Nope.
Because you're like buddies with them.
More than buddies, but yeah.
Yeah. See, so that's how I was like going, really?
Yeah, no.
Joseph would have been distraught, and he would have told me that.
Yeah, no.
So I think that the other person just misunderstood something.
Possibly.
Yeah. So
they did have a smaller booth than normal, but
yeah.
But they said they had to do that because they were basically leaving Phoenix and driving up to Denver, and they didn't want to, basically it was them and their van.
Yeah.
There's only so much you could fit in that.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Right, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye. Good morning. Whenever you see this, good afternoon.
And we'll catch you later.
Last question.
No pressure.
Last question.
No pressure.
Make it good.
Make it good.
You mentioned a couple of times about like pop culture references and stuff, and I'm just wondering, how do you decide like where the limit is? Like how much pop culture references is too much? Because and I know Jim's laughing because he's made so many Star Wars quotes that I'm at this point surprised that Harry hasn't built himself a lightsaber out of it.
Dude, I wrote a book called Red Shirts. This is the wrong crowd to ask that.
It is impossible to put into it. If they're relevant to your character and relevant to the scene, it's really. I reference the Dukes of Hazzard in Alien Tango. Because my kitty is flying a car over train tracks in the air, and it's like she's basically looking at, okay, the Duke boys can do this, I can do this. It's just got to be what works, and you really can't have to. Remember who you're writing for too. And would your character know this reference that you are making? Thankfully, because TV has a lot of reruns, I can make older show references. But if you are writing to a younger crowd, they don't know what moonlighting is.
Who doesn't know what moonlighting is? Does not.
See? All the young ones. Yeah.
Moonlighting has ruined your television lives.
Yes, it has. It's the moonlighting curse that they all play.
It's like Die Hard with a roommate.
I do think, though, you have to exercise a certain amount of care. I love hidden pop culture references. I reference Darkwing Duck constantly. No one ever gets it.
Yes.
I kind of stick it in there. And then it's like a secret for people to uncover and find. I have dropped series, though, because they depended on too many obscure pop culture references, and they made me feel dumb. I have not listened to every piece of music ever recorded. So if I hit a series where the hero depends on complicated playlists constantly, and they're like, oh, and I put on this song. I've never heard that song in my goddamn life. Is it my journey? If it's not my journey, go away.
I agree with that 100%.
Hang on a second, because she's talking about me. No. How I use music, using that though, there's times when I'll use music as a reference. For example, it's like, You know, the devil went down to Georgia, the character's in Georgia, and the bad guy is there. That needs no explanation, whether you've heard that song or not. But in the first book, I'm using Enter Sandman, and I literally have my character in narration describe why she's listening to this song. And then you don't need to know what the lyrics are because she's told you. So you can use them, you can use obscure ones, but if you have some form of explanation, that of course feels natural.
I was not subtweeting Gini.
She was. We missed it. Scream it again.
One day we will not have his polka medleys anymore. The thing is that anytime you're worried about pop cultural references, remember that Homer made them. You know, that Shakespeare made them. You know, they're always there. And when it really comes down to it, at the end of the day, is it serving the story? Does it make the story better? If it does, then it's fine. It's okay occasionally to lose someone on one pop culture reference or leave a history, all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, you are writing. Most of us are writing commercial fiction. We want most people to get the joke. And so when you make those pop culture references, make sure that you are inclusive of your audience rather than being exclusive of it. Yes. William.
Unfortunately, we're out of time.
Thank
you guys all for coming. They all have booths down in the exhibit hall. I believe Mr. Butcher is in the VIP area at noon tomorrow. And very close by are all the author booths, so wander around and you'll find Wes and Ginny and Shannon and John. Thank you all for coming, and have a great Comic-Con.
What do you think you're doing, nerd?
Did you just call me a nerd? Geek?
Yeah, nerd.
Yes, I am a nerd, bookworm. I'm studious, from my cerebral cortex to my gluteus. Back in kindergarten, I aced my college entrance exam. Now, I'm no rocket scientist, but wait, I am. When I pour my alphabets, I get nothing but straight A's. My retainer and headgear connect to a back brace. I got a pocket protector. I broke my glasses on purpose so I could tape them together. We're back to Reddit and type stuff no one will see. You're a geek, that means you're just a hipster wannabe.
That's right, I'm a geek. I've got brains and a personality. I wear my glasses sincerely and my t-shirts ironically. There's some things you can't learn in a class, or else I'll sign you up for intro to how not to be a social outcast. You're just so early 2013. I was the cool form of uncool before uncool became a thing. I use an app to pair pork with the perfect Bordeaux. Too bad there's no app to neutralize your BO. While you're lost in Second Life letting your fingernails grow long, I'll be syncing up my iPhone, tablet, TV, and your mom.
Sure, grooming's not my thing, but I don't care. I look so good in chainmail that it's not Renaissance fair.
Doesn't LARP stand for loser and reject party? I'd rather cosplay with hotties than play fake army. I tried Dungeons & Dragons once and I died of boredom, but I'll still kick your Assassin's Creed post-mortem. Mario Party's the only one you get invited to. Your life is like Skyrim, an endless quest of solitude.
Ooh, you beat Angry Birds. You're not a gamer cause you battle your friends with words. You click on cute icons, I execute commands. Do you really need a genius to teach you GarageBand?
I landed the first rafflecopter and took in orphans when I was 12 cause I'm an early adopter. I can wear Google Glass without looking like a dweeb. Okay, maybe not, but I can yelp with some good footy.
You need 16 gigs of RAM to watch a Steve Jobs doc? I keep an actual RAM in my PC. His name is Spock.
I'm a new console. Your face is birth control. I troll brony sites. You look like an actual troll.
I'm fluent in C++. See, you just suck. Can your iPhone autocorrect your dumb haircut?
Hold on a second. Let me tweet this infographic I made that illustrates the fact you'll never get to procreate.
I just haven't met a woman of a high enough caliber. The only dates you have are on your Google calendar.
You're losing this battle. Your foam sword won't help. In the future, you'll randomly access this memory and crap yourself.
Did I mention I built a dancing robot?
No one gives a Shatner about the skinny beans. Do you even know what URL means?
You don't know what you're talking about. You know, you are a classic example of the inverse ratio between the size of the mouth and the size of the brain.
Howdy. Okay, that was Epic Rap Battle, Nerd versus Geek. Yeah. That is by Rhett and Link. I don't know who they are, but that actually amused me. And see, that's what I've been saying. Nerd, I'm more nerd. A lot of my peeps are nerds. There's a lot of geeks out there. Geeks are a different creature. Pay attention to the song and you'll see. I have surface geekdom, but I'm down deep. I'm a nerd. Yeah. So, anyway, don't forget about Joshua Tree Feeding Program. You all know the rap by now. They are a feeding program that helps people with HIV and AIDS get food. They have what? A sister program that helps people feed their pets so that they don't have to choose between feeding themselves and feeding their pets. You can check them out at www.jtfp.org. Also, quick shout out to Compete Magazine. They're a gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, I guess there's a couple of other things in there, sports magazine. They're available online and also around the country. I will provide a link to them as well. And don't forget, hit me up with all of your comments. If you got comments about role-playing game stuff, hit me up with that because I'm still looking to live vicariously through you. I got stuff here that I want to try. Look at this. Hey, look, it's Gamble World. I heard that's fun. And look, Savage Worlds. They say that this is essential. But, you know, I still want to do like D&D because I got all the goddamn books. Sorry. So, hit us up. Tell us what you got. In the meantime, it is time for Comic Book Storytime. Yay! And this issue is 1978, Ms. Marvel number 19. This is a significant issue because here she gets to meet Captain Marvel. Yeah. Now, I mean, she ran into Captain Marvel during her origin, as we will see later on, but she gets to meet Captain Marvel as Ms. Marvel. And now, when I'm saying Captain Marvel here, I don't mean the good Captain Marvel that goes Shazam, because Marvel said, hey, we don't have a character called Captain DC or Captain Fawcett, so you can't have one called Captain Marvel. We're going to have one called Captain Marvel's, and they created Captain Marvel. And we're not talking about the Monica Rambeau character Captain Marvel, who was actually really cool and ends up changing her name every 2 weeks because she's a female character of color, and therefore she doesn't get to have, like, you know, first dibs on a name, even though she's had the name first. No, we're not talking about her. Well, Captain Marvel she didn't have first, but... And we're not talking about Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel, because, well, Carol Danvers at this moment is Ms. Marvel. So that would just be weird. She'd be meeting herself. No, we're talking about the incredibly boring and dull Captain Marvel, the Kree warrior Captain Marvel, who, like, keeps on getting crammed down our throats just so that Marvel can keep the copyright to Captain Marvel, and keep DC from being able to publish a comic book called Captain Marvel with a character that's actually called Captain Marvel and has been called Captain Marvel since the 40s. Anyway, onward to our adventure. It's called Mirror Mirror by Chris Claremont, with art by the legendary Carmine Infantino, and inks by Bob McLeod. I don't know what his last name is called. But everything starts off with a big explosion that, interestingly enough, almost says Shazam. Shazam. It's just missing an A. Shazam. And a big bolt of lightning hits, and things go boom. Don't tell me that Chris Claremont didn't put that in there intentionally to, like, as actually a little dig at Marvel, because, you know, he knew what was going on. But this is actually at in Sullivan County, Texas, where you have a couple Kree science, or a couple Krees and a couple others who are working at the Kree Science Academy. Everything seems rather peaceful other than that explosion. And they're like going, oh my god, is everyone okay? Everyone seems okay, like just a little stunned because, you know, there was an explosion. And out of the explosion comes, oh my god, he's blue, he's dressed in green, he is Ronan the Accuser. Who's Ronan the Accuser? More on that in just a moment, because right now we cut straight over to Carol Danvers, where she works at Woman Magazine, which is published by J. Jonah Jameson of the Daily Bugle. She is the editor. Carol Danvers is the editor of Woman Magazine, and she's like going over the dailies or whatever it is that they're going over, and she's having a cup of coffee, thinking to herself, it's cold, I guess I better, and she drops her coffee. Crash. And suddenly she's having a hallucination where she's dressed as Ms. Marvel, and the big giant head is talking to her. It's not really the big giant head. That would be really kind of cool. But no, this is the Kree ruling intelligence called the Supreme Intelligence. And it is like just looking at her through its vid screen, and suddenly from its mouth comes a hand that grabs Ms. Marvel and like is ready to just grab her and take her, but then suddenly someone calls Carol Danvers and says, Carol Danvers, the time has come for you to serve the Imperial Kree. And that wakes her from her stupor. That just wakes her right from her stupor. And she's like, whoa, what the, hey, what's this? Suddenly a shadow comes over her and says, Carol Danvers, you who call yourself Ms. Marvel, in the name of the Imperial Kree, I have come for you. And then apparently he just baps her upside the head or something like that and sends her through a wall. That's just not the best way to get people. This is, I don't know. Who is that mysterious shadow? I'm sure you could probably guess, but we'll let the mystery stand. She goes through a wall. The other side of the wall has an elevator in it that has J. Jonah Jameson in it. Her going through the wall ends up cutting the elevator cables, and so J. Jonah Jameson and his actual girlfriend, or I think maybe wife at the time, Marla, is starting to plummet to their death. But suddenly Ms. Marvel goes and saves them, because somehow she just changed instantly into Ms. Marvel when she hit the elevator shaft. So she saves them. J. Jonah Jameson's all sitting there going, "Oh, it's you, Ms. Marvel. I knew it had to be one of you costumed freaks." Because that's pretty much his thought on things. He's pretty much okay with Captain America and the Fantastic Four-ish, but pretty much everyone else, costume freaks. Little does he know that he's he's paying the bill for a lot of these costume freaks over the years. Anyway, she flies out to see what the shadow was that punched her through a wall, and look, it's that blue-skinned dude, Ronan the Accuser. And, hear me, woman, I am Ronan, public accuser of the Kree. On the orders of the Supreme Intelligence and for the good of the Empire, you will accompany me to Kree-Lar. And she's all like, no. So then he blasts her into a big antenna, and she throws a big antenna at him. That same big antenna. And they just start fighting. He's got like a big hammer thing, and he tries zapping her with a hammer thing, and she's flying at high speed. And see, she's got like super speed and semi-invulnerability and super strength, and she also has like the sixth sense that gives her kind of an idea of what's going on. She can kind of predict the future a bit, so that makes it easier for her to like stay one step ahead of all the zaps between her speed and her little sixth sense thing. But you know, even then, what's she gonna do? She's gonna fight Ronan. That's what she's gonna end up doing. And he's like, let's see, they're fighting. It's just pages of fighting. That's what we're looking at. It's a Marvel comic. It's pages of fighting. It's fighting. Oh, and Ronan gets the upper hand, literally, because he grabs her with his hand and he starts locking her in cryogenic stasis. Yeah, that's what's happening. And she's all, no, that's not gonna happen. She gets out of it, but she's weak. She tries to grab for his hammer, and she's all going, crap, I'm still in pain. Hopefully I can get this hammer, but we'll never find out if she got the hammer in time, because da-da-da, to her rescue comes the boring Captain Marvel with the glitter spray behind him, because he travels in a in a flight plan of glitter. It's weird. I think it comes with his whole, like, what is it, cosmic sense that he has now. But he kicks Ronan the Accuser, and he's all, oh, and then they fight and they fight and they fight, because that's what they do. And Ronan's like going, nope, no, wait. We don't need to be fighting. As a gesture of goodwill, I will even drop my weapon. I have no quarrel with you, Captain. I am here on Imperial business, a mission of the highest importance to the Kree and Terran both. I act to prevent a catastrophe of possibly cosmic dimensions. What would you say if I told you that the Earthling, pointing at Carol Danvers, had knowledge of the Omniwave? Think, Marvel, a weapon capable of obliterating entire solar systems, and that woman knows how to build one. All the more, she has knowledge of a Kree fleet captain. How does a Terran woman get knowledge of a Kree fleet captain? I'll tell you. We'll get to that in a moment. That pops up. You'd think that this would be a good moment for that moment to pop up, but no. But this is when Captain Marvel goes, hey, wait, Carol, long time no see. And she's all going, hey, nice time for a reunion. Not. And they both get captured. Bam. Because they were distracted in having a reunion. So now the Supreme Intelligence is, like, all happy. They're on a ship together. Ronan is taking them back to Kreelar. And the Supreme Intelligence is saying here, hey, now I'm surprised you didn't get that I was wanting to deal with her earlier, Captain Marvel. Within Ms. Marvel are combined the genetic heritage of the finest Kree warrior ever born, you, Captain Marvel, and the latent psionic talents common to all Terrans. The power I once sought from you and Rick Jones, possessed by a single female. It is her destiny to become the mother of a race of new Kree that no force in the universe can withstand. Yes, he's gonna take her and breed her and make her they're gonna make super Krees that are gonna, take over the universe. Yeah, that's his goal. So, to do so, he's gonna blank out the whole Carol Danvers part of her. And we flip through, and we got some psychedelic stuff going on here because it's a mind warp. Oh, she's being mind warped. And she flashes back to when she was a teenager, going, I'm gonna go to college, and I don't want to be a housewife, and you can't make me, Dad. And Dad's going, well, and she's all, darn him, and I'll teach him. I'll join the Air Force. Ha! And she does. And she ends up graduating from and then being in the Air Force, and that's where she meets Captain Marvel, and ends up involved in one of his battles. See, we have a whole flashback here. That would have been nice earlier for those of us who didn't know what was going on. But she ends up involved in one of his battles, and locked in the middle of the Psyche Magnetron. Okay? While she's locked in the Psyche Magnetron, she is wishing that she was somehow able to help out in the battle as one of Marvel's equals. And the Psyche Magnetron, which is a Kree, basically Machina, or Deus Ex Machina, it basically rewrote her DNA, making her Kree-ish. And therefore, she's suddenly kind of Kree-like and able to help out. But it takes a while for all that to kick in, so it created a fancy uniform for her to mimic a lot of the powers that she would eventually have. That's how come she has a costume that looks a lot like Captain Marvel's. That's how come she was able to just walk around one day and go, hey, look, a costume, I'll put that on. But the restructuring made it to where there's actually two entities now. There's a Kree warrior in her, and there's Carol Danvers. What shall she do? What shall she do? Here we're getting it all resolved. She's having to fight within herself, and the Supreme Intelligence is all going, we're going to win. I'm going to take away Carol Danvers, and I will be left with the Kree warrior. Ha 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 ha. And they're fighting. They're fighting because Captain Marvel realizes, wait a minute, I think Carol might be winning. Now, Captain Marvel is tied to a chair right now, so I'm not exactly sure what his plan is for fighting, other than he's just going to yell at Ronan the Accuser and get Ronan the Accuser to hit him, which is what he does, still tied to a chair. Meanwhile, Carol Danvers starts realizing what's going on, and she's all, hey, I'm my own woman again. Captain Marvel uses the chair as kind of a battering ram while he's still tied up in it to hit Ronan the Accuser, and then she hits Ronan the Accuser and knocks him out, and she tells the Supreme Intelligence, I'm my own woman, you can't take me. So there, snap, snap. And with that snap, snap, she pulls out all the plugs, and then the Supreme Intelligence can't talk to them anymore. So, they come back to America, to the United States, in the Rocky Mountains, apparently. And she's all, I hope that the Supreme Intelligence has good luck. He needs it, given all the things that's going on with the Kree Empire. I don't fully comprehend that. But, and Captain Marvel's like trying to get her attention, and she's like going, I hear you, I'm just not sure what to say. All my life I fought to be my own woman. The last thing I wanted was to become a female copy of anyone, especially you. But, for better or worse, that's what's happened. I'm not griping, you understand. I like being a superhero, but Marvel, our powers may be similar, but our heads aren't. I'm not Kree. I'm human and proud of it. That's as it should be, Carol. I guess. Oh, hell. Give us a kiss for old time's sake. Friends? I am reading this word for word here. Feel free to interpret that as you wish. And then they walk off in the sunset, with the promise that for the next issue, a new costume, new thrills, new excitement, a new beginning. Da-da-da! And that was Ms. Marvel, number 19. Thank you all. And don't forget, Math Monkeys and Comic Book Storytime will be launching this Friday. Yeah, so catch you then. Keep on the lookout. Bye!